Hello friends, welcome to this video. Thank you for tuning in. It's gonna be a nice longer flow today. I'll try and keep it between 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I might go a little over, but longer class, very well-rounded. As always, a good challenge. So maybe scroll through this video and kind of see what it's all about. And if you are excited and ready for it, then get a mat, maybe a block if you use a block in your practice, and let us get started at the back of our mat in Vajrasana. So come to the back of the mat, hips onto the heels. We're sitting in Thunderbolt pose. Vajrasana, you can bring the hands onto the thighs or maybe in the lap, just one hand above the other, just so we can get grounded here. Come immediately to the body. Start to connect with that breath. Deepening the breath. Inhaling into your belly, up to your diaphragm, up to the chest and neck. Really starting to deepen that breath. Feeling that wave starting from the pit of the belly up to the neck and head. Let's start to engage that Ujjayi breath. So what Ujjayi breath is simply that constriction in the throat. So you make sort of an ocean sound, almost like you're fogging up a mirror, but obviously with your mouth closed. We're breathing throughout this entire practice through our nose. So just that little humming sound really helps you to control your movement and really be guided by the breath. Sort of gauge where you are in your practice. If you're losing your breath, if you're unable to sustain Ujjayi, maybe it means you pushed yourself a little bit too hard, but simply reconnecting with that breath allows you to reconnect with the postures that we're gonna be moving through. So maybe set yourself that intention of breathing as focused as possible with Ujjayi throughout the next 50 minutes, however long this practice will take. And when you lose it, if you lose it, simply come back focused, just like a regular seated meditation, but this time we're moving. Hence why yoga is often considered, or yoga asana, the movement aspect of yoga is often considered a moving meditation. Good. Let's now tuck the feet under and sit back on the heels. You'll feel this very nice stretch on the feet. It might be uncomfortable for some people, but just bear with it. Remember staying with that breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Focus Ujjayi. Be grateful you're able to move in your body the way we're going to move. You're healthy. You're living, you're alive. That's enough to be very grateful. Good. Let's lift the hips up, bring the hands down into sort of like a tabletop, but let's move the hands a little bit more towards the knees. You can untuck the toes if you want. We're simply going to move forward and back to warm up the wrists. Tucking your toes here will actually be better, just so we can continue to stretch those feet. So move forward into the wrists and back onto the heels. And then point the fingers inward slightly, continuing to warm up. Now with the hands slightly internally rotated. Remember to breathe. Externally rotate those hands just a bit. Moving back and forth. Good. Now point the fingers towards the knees. We're going to stretch out those forearms, lean back, sit into the heels or onto the heels. Feel that nice stretch in the wrists and the forearms. Maybe bend one elbow and then the other, if that feels good for you. Good. Let's lift the palms up. Sit back onto the heels, shake those hands. Maybe roll out the wrists. One way and then the other. Good. Let's come into a tabletop. This time you can untuck the toes, knees below the hips, wrists below the shoulders. We'll just do some spinal warm up here, some spinal segmentation with cat-cow. So as you inhale, let's arch the spine downward, starting from the base of the spine, pulling that chest downward, and then finally coming up with the neck. Exhale, round the spine, press into the floor. Press into those fingers. Reach that upper back up. Inhale, arch downward. Try and make a wave with the spine. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale. Arch the spine. Exhale, round. Good. Now tuck the toes under. Lift those knees up, those hips up and back for our first downward dog of the practice. Keep your knees bent here and keep it static. So before you start to pedal the knees and pedal the legs, just press into the hands, reach out into the shoulders, reach your chest towards the thighs. So your knees are bent, so it's going to be a little easier for you to reach that upper abdomen, that belly towards your thighs. Gaze maybe between your feet at one point, pressing into those fingertips. Breathing here. Inhale, come high onto the toes. Let's walk the feet towards the front of the mat for a forward fold. Your feet can be hip width apart or toes touching, whatever's comfortable for you. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend those knees. Let's roll up the spine. Swing the arms up, overhead. Maybe bring the palms of the hands together, gaze up. Exhale, hands to chest. Good. Take a breath here. Let's inhale, swing the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Now floss the feet a little bit, so come high onto the toes, and then lower back onto the heels, and then lift the toes. Flossing the feet just a little bit. You can bring your fingertips down on the mat or use blocks here. Lift the heels. Bring the heels down, lift up the toes. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step those feet back. Lower the knees down. Bring the chest down. Inhale, untuck the toes, come into a cobra. So roll those shoulders away from the ears. Arms are bent, not straight. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under. Inhale, lift up, either push up or knees down. Exhale, hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, come high onto the toes. Step the feet forward for a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, roll up the spine. Swing those arms up, bring the palms together, engage the glutes, take a slight back bend. Exhale, hands to chest. Inhale, sit back for chair pose. So reaching those hips down, getting those thighs about parallel to the mat. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Good. Now let's lean. Let's bring the hands a little bit forward. So maybe off your mat a little bit. And then let's lean into the hands. So you're going to come onto the toes, lift the heels, and then lean as much as you can into the hands, almost like you're about to do a handstand press.
just to really engage that core, engage the shoulder muscles. So leaning into the hands, into the fingers. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the feet back. Plank pose. Let's lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, untuck the toes. Extend the arms, open up the chest. Upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Three-legged dog. Press into the hands. Make sure the right shoulder doesn't lift up. Try and keep a little internal rotation in that right thigh. Exhale, step that right foot between the hands. Try not to lift up the hands. Drop that left heel. Inhale, rise up to warrior one. So closed hip, standing balance here. Your hips are very much square to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, windmill those hands down. Step the right foot back. We lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bring that left leg up. Three-legged dog. Try not to open up that left shoulder. Bring it down. Internally rotate that left thigh. Take a deep breath. Exhale, step that left foot between the hands. Try not to lift up the hands. Drop the right heel. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. Close your hips to the front of the mat. Take a deep breath. Exhale, sink a little deeper into that left thigh. Knee and toes are aligned, so your knee's not out or in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Step the left foot back. Lower, chaturanga. Inhale, open up, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, come high onto the toes. Walk those feet to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold forward. Now use your two fingers, index and middle. Kind of wrap it around your big toes. Take a deep breath in. Straighten that spine. Exhale, lower. Maybe pull yourself a little bit deeper into this forward fold, using those hands pulling on the toes. Good. Release that little finger lock. Inhale, bend the knees. Let's come into a chair pose. Bring the hands up and over the head. Holding it here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Straighten the legs, hands to chest. Good. Inhale, swing the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the feet back, plank pose. Good. Did a couple sun salutations as a warm-up. We'll continue with some core activation here. So option 1, we're going to do a push-up. So you can keep your hands as they are. So we'll do 1 push-up. You don't have to do the push-up here. If you want, you can just stay in plank. So we do 1 push-up. We come back up. We step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lift up the right hand. And then reach that left leg through. Lift it. Through, point it to the front of your room. And then bring it back down. Bring the right hand back down. Step the right foot back to meet the left, plank pose. Let's do another push-up to do the other side. You can stay in plank. Press up, left foot to the outside of your left hand. Keep your right hand nice and firm into the mat. Reach that left arm forward. Lean into your left leg. Lift that right leg. Step it through. Point the toes. Press into that right hand. Reach it back. Good. Left hand back down. Let's do 1 more each side. So push up here. Back up to plank. Step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Reach that right arm forward. Into the right leg. And then step that left foot between. Point the toes. Bring it back. Right hand back down. Right foot to meet the left. Let's go. Last one on the left side. Push up, step that left foot outside of the left hand. Reach that left arm forward. Put your weight into your right hand. Reach that right leg through, point the toes, lift those hips. Step it back. Good, left hand comes back down. Step the left foot to meet the right. Plank pose. Good job. Now lower onto your forearms. So we come into a forearm plank. Bring the palms of your hands onto the mat. Forearms are about parallel to each other. Bring those toes together, feet together. We're going to come onto our right forearm. So right side forearm plank. Couple breaths here. Let's come back into a forearm plank. Bring those toes back together. Lean on to the other side. Right arm up. Press into your left shoulder. Keep those hips lifted. Exhale, come back to plank pose. Take one last deep breath here. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Good job. Bring those elbows beneath the shoulders. Palms of the hands are down for Sphinx pose. Inhale, open up the chest. Toes are pointed, glutes are engaged. You can bring your feet about as wide as the mat if you want. More space for the lower back. Good. Exhale, let's lower. Tuck the toes. Press into the hands. We're going to do a push-up on the knees. And then we're going to bring our hips back to meet our heels for child's pose. You can have the toes touching, the first toes touching. Walk your hands as far as you can. Relax in this child's pose for a few breaths. Let's inhale, lift up the hips. Bring the hands beneath the shoulders for tabletop. Tuck those toes. And then on your next inhale, let's simply lift the knees up just a tiny bit. So a couple centimeters, pressing into the hands, continuing to activate the core. So my knees are lifted, a couple centimeters, inches, 1 inch maybe. Breathing here. Last deep breath in. Exhale, extend those legs. We come into a downward dog. Arrange yourself on the mat if you need to. Bend the knees, really sink into this downward dog. Press into the hands, reach the chest towards the thighs. Maybe straighten those legs up. Come into your full expression of downward dog now that we're nice and warm. Good. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands. Drop that left heel. Inhale, rise up for warrior one. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Right hand forward, left hand back. Your hips open up to the side. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, bring your right forearm to the right thigh. Reach that left arm up and over, side angle. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior, right hand up and over the head, left hand anywhere on your left leg except the knee. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, bring that right hand down this time if you want for extended side angle. Either on the inside of your right foot or the outside, whatever you're comfortable with. Inhale, we rise back up to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Good. On your inhale, let's slowly straighten that right leg
Be careful not to overextend the knee. Let's reach forward on our inhale with that right hand, reaching that upper body forward, bringing that right hand down on a block, on your foot, inside or outside the right foot for triangle pose. Reach that left arm up, open up that chest to the left. Breathing here. Last deep breath in. Exhale, bend that right knee, bring that left hand down, step the right foot back, downward dog. Inhale, lift that left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands, drop that right heel. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, open up the hips to the right, warrior two. Exhale, left hand or left forearm onto the left thigh, right arm up and over, side angle. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse, left arm up and over, right hand anywhere on the right leg except the knee. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe bring that hand down somewhere, block, or the inside of your foot, or outside. Inhale, rise up, back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, slowly start to extend that left leg. Bring the body back up. We're going to move forward, really reaching with our left hand forward. Exhale, we bring that left hand down onto the left foot or inside or outside or a block. Open up to the right. Right arm reaches up to the sky for triangle pose. On your next exhale, bend that left knee. Bring that right hand down. Step that left foot back to a downward dog. Good. Inhale, bring that right leg back up. Exhale, step it between the hands. Drop that left heel. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Open up the hips to the left. Point right arm forward, left arm back. Deep breath in. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Reach that left arm up and over, side angle. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Warrior. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Exhale, reach that right hand down if you want. Extended side angle, left arm up and over the head. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Start to straighten that right leg. Coming up. Inhaling, moving that upper body forward, reaching forward with your right hand. Exhaling, coming into a triangle. Left arm up. Right hand anywhere on the sides of your foot or on a block. Really creating space in that right side body, feeling that nice stretch in your left obliques. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend that left or right knee. Step the right foot back for downward dog. Inhale, bring that left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Drop that right heel. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Exhale, bring that left forearm onto your right or left thigh. Reach that right arm up and over, side angle. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two.
Exhale, extended side angle. Left fingertips down, right arm up. You can always keep your left forearm on the thigh as well, that's fine. If this is too much for you. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. Straighten that left knee, rise up. As you inhale, reach the hand forward, reach that upper body forward. Exhale, we bring the left hand down, open up to the right side. Triangle pose, really opening and twisting that chest open. Trying to get that upper body, the left rib cage, over your left thigh. So not reaching forward or back. A very nice straight line. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, windmill the right hand down. Step that left foot back for downward facing dog. Good. Take a deep breath in here. Open mouth. Exhale. Deep breath in. Open mouth. Exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. Open mouth. Exhale. Good. Inhale, let's move forward. So wave that spine forward into a plank pose. Arrange yourself here. And then we're going to very slowly lower all the way down onto our bellies, but very slowly. So let's count 10 seconds as we bend our elbows coming down onto our bellies. So let's start to lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lowering all the way down. Bring the hands beneath the shoulders, point those toes. Inhale, rise up. So lift the chest, the thighs for Shalabhasana, locust. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Very engaged in the glutes and the lower back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Let's hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Really lifting up. 2, 1. Exhale, lower. Good. Bring the forearms down. Now, bring your left forearm diagonally across you. So right in front of the mat. Bend that right leg. Reach back with your right hand. Simply pull the right foot into the glute. So not outside. Be careful with the knee here. Feeling this nice quadricep pressing into the left shoulder. So not relaxing it and pressing it into the mat or pressing your elbow into the mat. If you want, you can turn that right hand so your fingers point forward. A little more of a shoulder stretch here. Breathing for a couple of breaths. If your foot cramps here, that's okay. Just release it and then come back into this stretch. On your next exhale, let's release that right foot. Switch sides, so bring that right forearm diagonally across your body. Bend that left leg. Reach back with your left hand. Grab the top of the foot, pull that heel down to the glute. Remember not to splay that foot out. Try and keep it above the glute or right to the side of your left glute. Turn the left hand if you want. Point the toes or point the fingers forward. Feel this nice stretch in your front deltoid. Last deep breath in. Exhale. Drop that or release that left foot. Good. Now bring the hands beneath the shoulders. We're just going to do 3 chaturanga presses. So not a push-up, but simply coming from this prone position. Our hands are beneath the shoulders. We're going to lift up the knees, lift up the hips, and then simply press just up to make our elbows 90 degrees for chaturanga. And then we lower. So a little chaturanga press. Press into the fingers, then lift up to chaturanga. Elbows at 90 degrees. Lower. Last one, lift up. Let's hold it here for 5. Move forward. So elbows over the wrist. 2, 1. If you want, bring the knees down or simply push all the way up to a plank pose. And then take a deep breath. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Try not to lift up the hands. As we inhale, we rise up for a high lunge or crescent lunge. Left leg can be straight or slightly bent. Breathing here. On your exhale, drop that left heel and then open up the body, right arm forward, left arm back, warrior 2. Breathing here, a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, let's maybe heel toe the left foot a little forward. As you inhale, reach that right arm forward. We're going to meet in a half moon. So bring the right hand down onto the ground or a block. Lift that left leg up. Left hand and arm straight above you, pointing up towards the sky. Twisting the body open to the left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend that right knee. Step the left foot back. Sink into that left leg. Skandasana, side plank. Or side lunge, rather. Good. Now let's inhale. Press into that left foot. Bend that right knee. We're coming back to a crescent. So lift up that left heel. Back into this nice crescent lunge, holding here. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Step the right foot back, plank pose. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, lift that left leg up. Let's do the other side. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Try and get that right heel over the toes, so not pushed back too much. Nice flexion in the toes, feeling that nice stretch. On your next exhale, drop the right heel, open up the chest to the right, left arm forward, right arm back, warrior 2. Good. On your next inhale, maybe heel toe that right foot forward, where you reach that left arm forward. Put your weight into the left leg and foot. Lift the right leg up. Open up half moon. On the left, use a block here if you want. Stay focused on one point. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend that left knee. Step the right foot back. Skandasana, side lunge to the right. Good. Take a breath here. And then as we inhale, press into that right leg. Move forward, lift that right heel. We're coming back into a crescent. High lunge. Arms up and over the head. Deep breath here. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Step the left foot back. Inhale, move forward. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward dog. Good. Inhale, right leg back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, drop the left heel, open up, warrior 2. Right arm forward, left arm back. On your inhale, let's reach forward, maybe shorten that stance. Lift the left leg up, right hand down onto the mat or the floor or the block. Open up half moon. Last deep breath in. Exhale, bend the right leg. Step the left foot back. Skandasana to the left. Take a breath here. Inhale, press into that left leg. We're going to step the left foot forward for tree pose. Try and do it in one little hop or one little step. Hook that left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Anywhere above or below the knee, hands to the chest. Pressing into all four corners of your right foot. Good. Inhale, bring the left knee up towards the chest. Exhale, extend that left leg. Holding it here. Now, option to bring that left leg down, simply like that. Come down into a squat, or you can lower down while your left leg is lifted. So basically a pistol squat, but just lowering all the way down. Good. And then if you're in a squat, sit down onto your hips. If you're like me in a pistol, also sit down onto your hips. Extend those legs for boat pose. You can keep them bent, that's fine, or extend them. Keep that chest nice and lifted. Engage the pelvic floor. Suck in that core, engaging the core, keeping those arms nice and straight. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Come up, back into Malasana. Organize yourself here. If you want, you can take an arm balance. I will do crane. So it's basically crow, but with straight arms. I'll cue you into crow. So bring your hands down about shoulder width apart, pressing into those fingers, locking those knees or hooking those knees onto the triceps. I go high. I prefer it that way. Coming onto the toes, leaning forward, engaging the core, and then lifting one foot up, and then the other. Bringing those toes to touch. If you want, you can extend those arms, really reaching the heels up to the butt, engaging the core. From here, you can lower, meet us in a downward dog, or if you're in this, you can bring the feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Whew. Nice. Nothing like a arm balance into chaturanga to get that heart pumping. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Back to crescent. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Drop that right heel. Open up the body to the right. Warrior two. Inhale, start to move that left arm forward, maybe shorten the stance. Lift the right leg up. Half moon, open up the chest. Stack those hips. Press into the left foot. Big toe mound. Last deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee. Step that right foot back. Skandasana to the right. Hands at chest. Take a breath here. Good. As we inhale, extend into your right leg. So you're doing like a press. And then try in one movement to step that right foot forward. Hook that right foot onto the inside of your left thigh. Anywhere above or below the knee. Hands to chest. Holding this tree pose. Reaching that right knee backwards just a bit to really open up the hip. Give this nice one-legged standing balance a little more function. Inhale, bring that right knee up towards the chest. Exhale, extend the leg.
Lift it as high as you can. I know this is hard and uncomfortable, but it's good. Very good for the quad. That's what we're here for, to put ourselves in discomfort and breathe through it. Again, option 1, bring the right foot down, do a squat, meet us in a squat, or you simply lower on one leg into a pistol, back onto the hips, boat pose. Option 1, knees bent. Option 2, extend those legs, point the toes, lift that chest, straighten that spine, engage the pelvic floor. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Exhale, come back up into Malasana. Now you have a few options here. You can take another arm balance. You can come into crow. Maybe take a few hops to try a little inversion, handstand, whatnot. You can float. Maybe just a few hops, pressing into those hands. Float as much as you can. And if you can, you come into a handstand if it's part of your practice. If not, just get comfortable coming upside down. Little hops are sufficient. And then when you're done, we can all meet in a Malasana. Roll out the wrists if you did any sort of inversion work. Whatever it is, wherever you are, it's good to just practice coming upside down. A lot of people are just so uncomfortable with the idea of bringing their hips over their head. They're worried they're going to fall back. So that's why it's just important to practice it. You don't have to come all the way forward. You can just hop as much as you're comfortable hopping to get a little bit work on the strength in the shoulders as well as that comfort of just coming upside down. Good. Let's bring the hands down. Step the feet back for our plank pose. Exhale, let's slowly lower all the way down to the chest. Good. Arrange yourself here. Bring the hands beneath the shoulders. We're going to do a little bit more Shalabhasana or locust. So inhale. Lift up the chest, the legs. Maybe extend those arms. Point those fingers to the back of the mat. Palms are facing each other. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower. Good. Bend those knees. Point the toes. Grab either the tops of the feet or the ankle. We'll work a little bit on bow pose here. Floor bow. So grab the tops of the feet or the ankles. And as you inhale, we're going to extend those feet into the hands. Lift up the chest. Lift up the thighs for bow pose. Let's hold it here for a few breaths. I'm not going to count because it's hard to count in this pose. But I'll let you know when to get out. Last deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Good job. Straighten those legs. Maybe bring the hands in front of you. Good. Let's tuck the toes. Press up. Keep those knees down. Come to the center of your mat. Keep those toes tucked. Let's continue working a little bit on back bending. I've been loving incorporating a lot of back bending in my practice, which I didn't do so much today, but it's always good to open up that front body. So keep those toes tucked. We're going to come into camel. If you're uncomfortable doing camel, then maybe back off a little bit. Maybe you can do these swings, which I'll demonstrate you. Bring that left arm outside to the left, and then we swing it forward. And then as we inhale, we reach it back. Right hand goes onto the heel, the right heel, and then exhale, you move it back, forward, and then switch sides. Inhale, bring that right arm forward and back, left hand to the heel. Exhale, come back. So you can keep doing that,
Or you can simply inhale, bring that left arm forward and back, and then drop it back onto your left heel. So coming into this full camel, my toes are tucked. You can always do it without tucked toes. Opening that front body, lifting that chest, engaging the glutes as always. Tuck your chin into your chest, engage the glutes, slowly rise up. Now maybe untuck your toes. We'll do another round of this. And if you're very comfortable with camel, what you can try doing is walking your hands up towards the calf, just to deepen this back bend. Inhale, swing that left arm forward. Bring the right hand onto the right heel. Left hand drops onto the left heel. Reach those hips slightly forward. Open up the chest. Engage the glutes. If you want, slowly walk the right and left hand up the calf. Engaging the glutes. Opening the front body. Thinking about this posture as an opening of the front body rather than bending the back. Good. Slowly tuck that chin into the chest and rise up. Let's sit down onto the heels. Resting here for a couple of breaths. Back bending is nice. Maybe in some longer, more serious classes, there are a lot of postures that are much more difficult back bends, but it always feels so good because we're not used to it. At least I'm not used to it. Opening up, drop backs, etc. Let's sit over to one side. Keep that right knee bent. We're going to cross that left foot over the right thigh. Keep it bent. We're going to do a little twist here. Inhale, bring that right arm up, left arm behind you. Hook that right elbow onto the outside of your left knee. And then exhale, we twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Let's switch legs, so bend that left leg a lot. The heel comes kind of towards your butt. Cross that right leg over the left. Inhale, reach that left arm up. Right hand comes behind you. Hook that left elbow onto the outside of your right thigh. And then exhale, take a twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. Good. Let's lower down. Grab the outsides of the feet. For happy baby, pull those knees down. One knee and then the other, maybe, if that feels good. Or simply just pull them both. Good. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Now bring the thighs about perpendicular to your mat. You have a perpendicular angle or a 90-degree angle in the knees. Bring the hands to each side. So we're going to do dynamic twists. So again, your thighs are reaching directly down into the mat, so perpendicular to the mat. And then let's exhale and drop the knees to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the left. Back up. Exhale to the right. Back up. Exhale left. Back up. Exhale, right. Keep going. Left. Inhale, back up. Down to the right. Exhale, down to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down to the right. Back up. Exhale, left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right. Last one. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left. Inhale, back up. Good. Keep your legs where they are, bent. Bring the hands behind you onto the head, so the fingertips just onto the head, not pulling it. Simply keeping a little bit of touch of your fingers onto the head. And we're going to do yogic bicycles. So exhale, right elbow to left knee, and then we switch. Straighten the opposite leg. Touch opposite elbow and knee. Do this at your own pace. Remember to focus on that breathing. We'll do this for about 20 more seconds. Maybe slow down that movement. Last one. Good. Bring the knees back towards the chest. Try and use your momentum to come back up. We'll come in a staff pose. So basically seated on our hips. Extend those legs forward. Point those toes. Rest in this staff pose for a couple of breaths. Elongate that spine. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lead with that chest. Fold forward over the thighs. Grab the feet if you can. If you can't, you can always bend the knees and then scoot the hips back to straighten the legs as much as you can. Breathing in this posture, focus on the breath. Inhale, let's slowly rise up. Bring the hands to each side of your hips. Bend those knees. We're going to come onto our backs. And then slowly bring the hands down to the sides of you. We're going to reach those knees back and those legs up and over the head to the back for plow pose. If you can drop the toes onto the ground behind you, great. If not, that's okay. You can always use a block as well. Keep some space between the chin and the chest. Don't move the neck. Straighten those legs as much as you can. Breathe here. Good. And then slowly we're going to bend the knees and start to roll the spine back onto the mat very slowly. Very, very slowly. Bring the feet back down. Extend those legs. Open up the feet. Palms of the hands facing the skies for our last pose of the practice, Shavasana. Resting here in stillness. Relinquishing any control of the breath or body. Inviting as much relaxation as you can into body and mind. Sitting back now as the observer of everything. Not analyzing, not labeling, not judging. Just watching.
inviting more and more stillness into body and mind. Feel yourself melting into the mat, your body completely relaxed. Recommend spending a few more minutes here in silence, in surrender. Don't skip Shavasana. It's a very important pose and most people struggle with it. Simply because we can't stay still. So something you should practice just like all the other postures. Quieting the mind, allowing yourself to simply be here without having to do anything. Thank you all so much for practicing with me. If you made it this far, amazing job. I hope to see you all soon back here on the mat. Have an amazing day or evening. Namaste.